Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun.
Good morning, everybody. It is non-farms payroll today. A lot of bad omens with some of the data this week kind of suggests that non-farms payrolls won't be very good. Coming over to the charts, man. Yesterday, oh man. Look at that move in the E-mini. So I was not doing so well. Kind of, was able to scrape back most of my losses though. And then after the stream, I did decide to trade the Powell thing and took about half of this and had a pretty good day. But it went so much further, man. It was full volatility. Target number 2 was at 37.50. And we went well past that. So this market is in full-on freak out here, as the Federal Reserve Chairman basically suggests that they don't need to do anything about the Treasury market. That concerns me because I don't see any way that the rates can reverse unless the Federal Reserve does something, because there's simply too much supply coming into the market. So here you can see in the Treasuries a push down, not a new year low yet, but it's there. It's going to get there probably from the looks of things. Okay, so now in the commodities, we're starting to get a different picture. So oil, of course, still looks good, and analysts expect it to continue rising until April. So gold, though, gold just is so dismal now. So remember when we were breaking 1800, that was like a big deal. Now we're breaking 1700, and silver not doing very well either. Although in silver, that's just a retracement of, the whole move from Reddit. So I don't know. But then copper was pretty bad yesterday too. Scraping back its gains, some positive announcements in China. But overall, where's all of the money going? It's going into cash, apparently. So now the dollar back to 92. Back to 92. What? That's crazy, right? Wait. We come back over here. Here it is. Like, we haven't been in 92 since December. So it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Anyways, let's see. Get the robots turned on and everything. Good morning, Bill. How are you? Oh, yeah. We should also check Bitcoin. So Bitcoin moving in concert with the indexes, apparently. So a little bit of down movement yesterday. Nothing. Excuse me. Nothing too excessive, though. So. And, this morning they're trying to crawl back their losses. The overnight session was pretty ugly at points. They didn't extend the yesterday's lows, but pretty excessive. There you are, Win. We missed you yesterday. Robots on. Yes, date is correct. We're ready. Okay, yeah, so let's run down the numbers we're looking at here. So we are looking for manufacturing. Let's see here. Where's the number? What's the right number? Non-farm payrolls for February. We are looking for an estimated 182,000. 182,000 versus a previous of 49,000. Unemployment rate, we're looking to be 6.3, which is in line with what it was last month. And non-farm payrolls, private payrolls, 210,000 versus a previous reading of 6,000. And average hourly earnings, we're looking to see that be up 0.2. Okay, so now remember, everybody always looks at, the non-farm payroll number, But the average hourly earnings number is very important, especially because of the treasuries here. So if we see that average hourly earnings outperform excessively, like it has done a few times in the past, that could really push the treasuries down and be really ugly. And that is something that people might not be looking for. So I think that we might be able to derive some edge from that. Overall, though, with the payrolls, it could be difficult because probably the likely scenario is there'll be less than 182,000, but everybody's already positioned short. So if it's less, you might see the dollar come down. So we're going to want to watch the dollar, see what it does to decide where we're going to take it. Okay, so we've got about 5 minutes. JP Morgan is disgusted with the Fed chair, claims zero hedge. How long can this last? Look toward the Fed's March 17th meeting, where we may see Powell use his words a bit more judiciously. See, I really think the issue here is that the market is misinterpreting what's going on, believe it or not. I think that they're saying this is inflation, and it's not inflation. It's not inflation. It's supply. It's the treasure. It's the government taking on too much debt. Is the problem right now. I do not believe that, well, inflation is going to go up and we should hedge ourselves against it, but I do not believe that it is going to be up excessively more than the Federal Reserve's estimates, at least not this year. Okay, so let's check John's indicator here. No, that's not right. Kind of buried by the COVID view, but in a few days we'll probably start hearing more about the Congressional Budget Office's long-term budget projections, which will have fiscal scolds fuminating, probably. Yeah, that's really weird, John. A little bit of buying ahead of this and the treasury's selling. Well, the treasury is so thin. They are not taking any chances with this thing. So I certainly cannot trade the initial move. Yeah. She did not. Gabby should not have traded that, but she caught it. And okay, here goes. Look at the E-mini. The micros are freaking all over. If you are putting orders there in the micros, you are crazy. You are crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, so it's in line. I don't know why they did that. Well, I missed my exit. Damn. That was dramatic, right? Well, look at how much slippage. Every time that you hear that noise, a trader is stopping out on slippage. It's kind of like every time the first time a baby laughs, an angel gets its wings. It's kind of like that, right? Are you anticipating another red day or a bounce? Well, let's look through these numbers. Non-farm payrolls private, 465K versus 210K. And the non-farm payrolls, 379K versus 182K. So the numbers here on the non-farms are actually really good. And the unemployment rate did go down by 0.8, 6.2 versus expected 6.3. Average hourly earnings was in line, so the treasuries were pushing down that time, very much so, because they were saying that the economy is pretty good. But that is really, oh man. Okay, that is a new low of the year. That is a new low of the year. Tesla and Apple did not like that news. So, yeah, the indexes are kind of going to take it very mixed, right? Because it is very positive news. But it is very positive news, but it is not positive news for these growth companies, because look at the treasury. And again, we are now in this environment. Oh man, I'm sure that this would be really confusing for some new news traders, because we are basically in an environment where good news is bad news. Oh man, that noise. It excites me. I should have held it for the 250, but you know what? That was way more than I was expecting to get on that treasury trade, man. Can you believe that? Like when I saw that, it dropped and then it paused. I was like, okay, fine. Sell. Holy shit. That's sick. The whole thing. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. This is a video for the ages. You remember the non-farm payroll back in May, a year ago or so, and this is the companion piece to that, isn't it? Oh man. Sebastian Newman says, "Wait, why?" So okay, so here's the thing. The numbers that we got were good, okay? They were great. Non-farm payrolls February, 379,000 versus 182. This is bad for the market. Why? Because the market is now saying, oh, they're really going to have to raise rates because the economy is so strong. They're going to have to pull back on the stimulus and all of these other things. And that increased rates really hurts valuations, especially in these tech companies like Apple and Tesla. Tesla in particular is going to get just screamed, I'm sure. Okay, so this is why good news is bad news, because of the interest rate. Curious, right? This is where I think a lot of people will be like, no, you can't trade off of news because it'll do things that it's not supposed to do. And it's like, well, no, you can totally understand it. You have to know what's going on, right? I did not expect the payroll number to be that good. I thought it was going to be under expectation. So when the fat finger from last week's yield print looks low, right? Oh, that's a really aggressive increase in yields, guys. Okay, so I'm coming back here. Gold sold on that. It's funny as hell, man. So on the gold, I really think this gold move it's probably going to continue through this. But here's what's going to happen. You just watch. The stimulus is going to come out. Like you look at that number. Ask yourself, do we really need a stimulus? That's going to go into inflation, guys. Then maybe the dollar can be increasing. But I don't think that that's why the bonds moved originally. Originally, they moved because the supply is too high. Now it's both things that are moving it. The supply is too high and the economy is going really well. And there's a third one, which is it going to cause inflation? And I say that the Democrats passing that bill this weekend, that it's going to be yes. So you're going to have all three. This is going to push the yields up crazy time. I totally get why the treasuries act in the way that they are, because every step of the way that we get this, the short-term outlook for yields, well, just for bondholders, looks worse and worse and worse. Yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, love you. Bye-bye. The baby still awake?
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, my wife is all ready to go do flight attendant things, and she smelled good. Yeah, I'm gonna be thinking about that smell all weekend. Gosh dang it. Well, what do you think? When did I? Let's go back and review that trade. So I took it off at 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I very easily could have taken 26. It should have been 26 the first time. I was like a deer in the headlights there. I should have been way more nimble. Okay, Sebastian Newman, why is it bad for companies when the rates increase? It's a fair question, Sebastian. So, say that you own a lot of debt, right? You are now going to have to pay more money on that debt, right? Or say you rely on debt to grow your company, you're going to have to take out more debt in the future. That makes it more difficult to service that debt. The other split side of that is, how do I say? What if you're not making money, right? There are a lot of companies out there that have been doing really, really well lately. on the stock market. One that comes to mind is like Snow and Palantir and all. They're not generating revenue yet, right? They're not. Their net revenues are negative. Then that's not very good for you at the interest rates rising, right? So there are a lot of valuations here in the stock market that were premised on the interest rates staying low forever. And it's kind of funny how nobody in the equity market really planned for this. Because you're in the bonds, you kind of had to have been saying this is going to come, right? Like, what else is going to happen? Well, I tell you what, Gabby should not have traded all of that, but she ended up taking 3 trades. 2 of them were winners and 1 of them was a loser, it looks like. I wish that this screen showed me more stats. This one, yep. Oh no, it only took 2 and 1 was a loser, so that's okay. Well, you know what, Gabby? I bet you there's going to be plenty more opportunities today. Brandon took that. Brandon made some money on that. Yep, I am. No, my wife insists that when I'm watching the baby by myself, it is not called babysitting. Even though in my mind it is definitely babysitting. Not because it's like it's not the normal job for the father to look after the child, but rather that when that is the thing, that is literally all I can do is just watch him. If I try and split my attention to something else or whatever, it's no. Like, and he gets into stuff, right? So yeah, I am babysitting. But it's not the first time that I've done it, right? We did it. Yeah. Well, you could probably miss that, but we did that like 2 weeks ago too. So. Zero Hedge, quoting the BLS, among those not in the labor force in February, 4.2 million persons were prevented from looking for work due to the pandemic. Okay. So that kind of suggests that there could be even further growth in the, okay, now the equities are recovering this. So this is where you're really going to have some kind of a Jekyll and Hyde market here in equities. In the treasuries, I think it's very clear that the action that there was down and maybe they overextended and we'll see where value is now, right? But in the equities space, you know, like this is good for the economy. It's bad for companies that rely on debt. Right? So take from that what you will. So where that actually ends up taking it, it's hard to know, but it's going to be hard to trade this thing. Well, there's a lot of short stopping out there as they broke the high. It always feels a bit like babysitting when there's only one parent. Yeah, exactly. I just wish that the child, you know, didn't get into so many things that he shouldn't. You look away for 1 second and there's something in his mouth. There's some, you know. Hey, William, thanks. Hit the like button. Yeah, it's that was a good. That was a fun move. We want people to see that. Treasury prices plunge further. Yes, this is what we would call it. Okay, so they backed off of that really quickly. Dude, so my little indicator here, The every time that there is slippage, it draws a box. So like having two boxes on one bar is kind of crazy. That is insane. I have never seen it like I've only been doing this one for a week, but oh man, that's so funny. If we come over here to the output, it will actually should tell me. Oh, do I not have the output on? I guess I don't have the output on. Oh, and that one died. I wonder why that one's dying. Oh, maybe it's because that one needs to be refreshed. I'm going to come in here. I have a setting for it. I have a setting for it. Print output. Yes. Okay. And when I do that, it should start printing for me. Ah, yes. You see there? It's printing them all out. Oh, so many. Oh, those were all the overnight. Now it's getting into. Oh, these were from the other day. Okay, so here's all of the ones from 6:30, right? So at 6:30:03, a gap of 9, 5, and 7. Oh, we gotta go look at that one. Okay, so they just extended higher in the equities. That was a nice little head fake on there. I definitely had me fooled. So how high can the treasuries are pulling back significantly here now. That's interesting. They're right back to where they were. Well, I've seen this happen on news before where there's definitely the clear move, but then they can't, for some reason, they can't extend further the rest of the day. Data series here. Line on close. Here, let's bring it over here to this screen. Okay, and we want 6:30:03, right? Oh, geez. Oh, geez. The move in the... Yes, this is so funny. Oh, man. Look at that. Here, you know what? It's really hard for you guys to see it. Let me adjust it a little bit here. Line on close. We'll make it a 3, and we'll make it like a gold color. There you go. You see that? Do you see those? That is a 9 tick and a 7 tick slip. Duplicate a new tab. Let's find them in the ZN. So see this right here. That's where I got in. That's where I got in. But you can see the slippage on that. Like, I wouldn't be doing that with my retail account for sure. Those were sim. Okay. Ooh, and then right there. Now notice what happens when you get them, right? It almost always kind of stops things. Pre-stimulus like pump. It could be. I don't know, man. I think that equities right now are recovering largely because the treasury yields are really backed off. So there could be much more to this saga though, right? I need to make a different kind of bar chart for a one tick chart. You know what I mean? Something that's always 1 pixel. Back to Twitter. Whoa. Of the 379,000 jobs added, 286 were waiters and bartenders. Huh. That is a lot of waiters and bartenders. That really changes, in my mind, how significant the number is. I don't know. That seems like potentially a significant piece of information. Let's see here. Well, the two J's, J2 is doing okay. J1 kind of took it on the nose there a bit. Indy also taking a loser. Gotta figure out why Squire don't work. There we go. So Zero Hedge has a story on it now, giving us the lowdown heading into today's closely watched payrolls report, which was, as we reported earlier, was expected to show a sharp improvement in the labor market. It seemed that stocks were faced with a lose-lose dilemma. A strong number would boost inflation further, sending yields higher and crashing stocks. A bad number and the recovery narrative would be hammered as virus fears returned, hammering stocks. So as traders were busy navigating this tricky mind maze, moments ago the BLS reported that as expected in February, the jobs picture improved dramatically, with the U.S. adding a whopping 379,000 jobs, nearly double the 198K consensus estimate. But here is a catch. About 75% of the jobs added in February were waiters and bartenders, 286,000. So any question about the quality of the job gains can be put on the back burner. That said, there were still about 9.5 million or 6.2% fewer jobs than the pre-pandemic level in February 2020. In February of this year, most of the job gains occurred in leisure and hospitality, with smaller gains in temporary health services, healthcare and social assistance, retail, trade, and manufacturing. Employment declined in state and local government, education, construction, and mining. The total change in total non-farm payroll employment for December was revised down from 79,000 from negative 227,000 to negative 306,000, and the change for January was revised up by 117,000 from plus 49 to plus 166. Oh, so even the revisions were good. With these revisions, employment in December, January combined was 38,000 higher than previously reported. The unemployment rate dropped from 6.3 to 6.2, also beating expectations of an unchanged print. However, black unemployment did rise modestly among the major worker groups. The unemployment rates for Asians declined 5.1% in February. The rates for adult men, 6%, adult women, 5.9%, teenagers, 13.9%, whites, 5.6%, blacks, 9.9%, and Hispanics, 8.5%, showed little or no change. As the BLS notes, both the unemployment rate at 6.2 and the number of unemployed persons at 10 million changed little in February, although both measures are much lower than their April 2020 highs. They remain well above their pre-pandemic levels in February 2020. Among the unemployed, the number of persons on temporary layoff fell by 517,000 to 2.2 million. This measure is 1.5 million higher than a level a year ago, but is down considerably from the recent high of 18 million. Blah, blah, blah. Average hourly earnings increased 7 cents to 30.01, resulting in a 5.3% increase year over year, in line with expectations and down from 5.4% a month prior. Average hourly earnings for private sector production and non-supervisory employees changed little, as the BLS notes. The large employment fluctuations over the past year, especially in industries with lower paid workers, complicate the analysis of recent trends in average hourly earnings. Okay. There's it keeps going. Futures initially tumbled, but then surged as analysts read between the lines and found that the surge in jobs has zero chance of being inflation. Good luck hitting 5% core inflation on waiter tips. Aha. And here's the Bloomberg Intelligence senior U.S. rate strategist Ira Jersey. Better payrolls report may mean continued weakness in the treasury market, likely continue led by tips yields. Real yields tend to be driven by better growth expectations, and better payrolls should maintain some forward optimism. If treasuries continue to follow the path of other recent large sell-offs, yields could decline towards zero. Indeed, overall, this was a good number, but far less exciting than the surge in 10-year yields would make it, which may explain why the 10-year is now sliding and futures are surging. So, yes, makes sense. Makes sense. So question, can we just take the E-mini along, though? We could recover the points of yesterday, perhaps. 38.40? Sure, why not? A bullish steamroller is usually all of the leading stocks higher. Huh. That's interesting. The dollar up violently still? Yeah, although let's see how this turns out. Now that we're seeing what's going on here, they're saying, well, inflation's not really going to come. So that's not necessarily good for gold, but it also kind of suggests that the dollar doesn't need to be so strong right now, right? That doesn't correct it. Then what? How do you fix it? So now I want to focus on this indicator of John's, because I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. The days when everything technical analysis as well as overall market environment line up correctly and all systems appear to be go. Well, I've definitely seen that sort of thing. But when that sort of thing happens, it's usually really obvious. No? Okay, 1 minute chart. And then we're going to put an RSI on it. And we're going to put the super smoother on it. And the super smoother. The period is 14, I think. And the input series is this RSI. And then we add on my own IR super smoother, super RSI. Hmm. Okay, I think I solved the mystery. E-mini there again. Did he take that short? Well, my mom is vacuuming. We just vacuumed. We just vacuumed, Mom. Why are you vacuuming? No, I didn't get filled. That's unfortunate. Pascals, we see relatively little risk of sustained above target inflation over the next couple of years. I don't know, man. Kind of seems to me like the market doesn't really think that inflation is going to happen. Okay. Maybe they're not going to come back for us. Jesse says this is bad for me? Oh dear. Well, they extended up a little bit there, but they still come back. They're definitely a hole there. Good. I mean, we should probably let that one ride, but... Okay, let's just change it for him. So I think he's a little confused. So if I come in here and I do an RSI, the smooth bit doesn't affect the RSI line, right? Correct. You're correct, sir. Okay. So this IR where is it? There it is. Rorcas Monte Carlo, that's a new name. Let's see here. Speculator Seth, you said it's too obvious. Kiersey wrote this about the rationals. You tested INTG and you see NT-built rationals in conversation. Rationals are reluctant to state the obvious. That's so funny. They come back a little bit there. Oh, wait, maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't save it. Delete this one. Okay, so with that change, does that change the results of the strategy that we ran? So I bought 10K on CTRM. I have no clue what that is. Thinking of taking that loss and putting that. So here, yeah. Oh man. I think that if you need to ask me that question, that you need to stop trading and move back to sim until you have a real edge. So let me explain. The market is competitive, and the result is that if you don't have a real competitive edge, then you are likely to lose everything in the long run. So if you have not developed and you are certain that you have that competitive edge, you shouldn't trade it live. So I would not recommend just turning around and putting it into CCIV, no. I mean, I'm not going to give like I can't give specific advice, but like that, but I can say probably shouldn't trade, right? As I can't tell you if CCIV is going to go up or down. Okay. Oh, yes, that's right. Smooth should be 10. Well, even he just keeps going. Oh, is my order not there anymore? We'll just do this to make sure. Let her go. Man, where to take a trade here now that we've missed? Well, that we took one and I just kind of took it off. I said I should let this one ride, but I don't know, man. Seth didn't do a metals report yet. Well, look, gold is actually kind of digging its way out here at the moment. It looks like the dollar is backing off, as I suspected it might. So maybe it won't be so bad for metals. I don't know. So you have to forgive me. I'm running a little backtest here in the background. So hopefully I don't drop too many frames, but it'll probably happen. I had a feeling the market wouldn't be able to resist Tesla at 600 and Apple at 120. Well, I kind of wonder now because... Well, okay, so we moved down initially, and then the news came out that it was mostly, restaurant jobs, and so they kind of backed off because then they said, oh, well, that's not going to cause inflation. So does that mean that like all of the damage from yesterday gets erased? Well, I think that equity traders may play it that way, but I personally, I don't think that the macro situation has changed, simply because treasuries will continue to push down because of the amount of supply coming out of the treasury, right? It's not just inflation. Although it appears that it's possible that all three are a factor. Checky Benjamin, how are you? Did I run out of RAM? Sure hope not. But all of my Ninja windows are, yep, I did run out of RAM. I wonder why I did it that time. Well, don't worry. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. I wonder how many shorts got squeezed after the news. All right. By the way, Kevin, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, there, it's done. Okay, I'll close that. It actually made it worse. That is weird. Well, Ninja had a memory leak. So let's just make a note. J did not do very well. J2 is doing good. Am I gonna have to kill you, Ninja? I guess so. Here comes the task manager. We're back. I am sorry about that. OBS crashed when I had to end task to NinjaTrader. Is that issue with the back tester? Or there's like still a memory leak in it? Oh man, my nose itches like crazy right now for some reason. RAM disk. It's not the RAM. It's so I have 32 gigs of RAM. The NinjaTrader should not be holding that much in memory, right? But what has happened is there's like a memory leak or something in that particular thing. So every once in a while when you run it, it just kills the system. You're asking me if I work out? I mean, I do Olympic weightlifting, but I'm not hardcore or anything. I guess we kind of trade hardcore, but I'm not amazing at it. Ninja better load, because I had issues with Ninja this morning at loading up correctly. Hold up here. You're saying you left Sierra chart because of a memory leak in 2021. There still seems to be leak issues. Oh, you left Ninja for Sierra. Well, here's the funny thing is that it's C#, right? So like a memory leak shouldn't happen. So it's not really a memory leak per se. What is happening is they are holding objects that they shouldn't. They're referencing objects that they shouldn't with the GUI. But it's only in the strategy analyzer, so the rest of it seems fine. So turn all the robots on, and do I still have a position here? I'll just close that one out. Okay, we're good. Do you say Sierra is lighter on the computer? I do kind of wonder. I've run into this with Jay. It seems like that if they get the price that they backtester wants it to get, that it works, but it tends to put in a different price when it's live. And I'm wondering if that's just like it's that fast, you know? You got criminal. So if you're catching quote unquote slippage, that's probably not NinjaTrader, right? That's going to be your data feed. If you're catching like true slippage, you get what I mean? Like if you, well, how do I say? Real slippage would be that you have a stop order and it goes more than one tick above the price that you set. Right? That's slippage. But there can also be like I submit a market order and it executes higher than I expect it to or something like that. That's probably going to be a function of your data feed and how fast and furious the market is at that time. Yeah, internet connection, that sort of a thing.
Winston's mom says 3 minutes to open. Does anyone need to go potty? Grab a drink, hit the like button.
Go potty. Oh, I gotta do that again.
Winston's mom says 3 minutes to open. Does anyone need to go potty? Grab a drink, hit the like button.
Oh, I'm crying here. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. It took half a second, but how did you calculate all that out? You can also get into like it can be your machine, right? I mean, I guess if you're not running on a really fast processor and it slows down, could you say that if you were using Sierra chart, it might not have been a problem? Yeah, but then you could also say that if you just had a better computer, it wouldn't be a problem, right? True, yeah. But I wouldn't, we wouldn't be able to really say for certain. We wouldn't be able to empirically determine that information unless we had the timestamps for like all of the events, right? Like the timestamp for when when you clicked the button and the timestamp for when it went out and then the timestamp for when it got filled and everything, right? Because there's so many variables between here and here that it could be a problem. So I always get a little suspicious when people want to blame it on the software right away, because it's usually not the software that is the bottleneck, right? Like usually your internet connection is going to be a larger factor on your slippage than anything else. Okay, well, here on the open, the initial move is a sell. The treasuries are coming down again a little bit. M2 hard drive. Yeah, using, getting those new NVM hard drives makes a difference. I don't know how much it really matters to the performance of NinjaTrader itself. Definitely improved backtesting times for me. Definitely improved startup time for me. I can restart my computer so fast. Ooh, and the video editing. It's really good for video editing. I really want to see how much do the RAM speeds help, because I originally didn't have, when I put the new RAM in, I didn't do the XMP, so it wasn't running at the fastest speed. And when I increased that, it does seem like it goes better. But at the same time, I kind of feel like my system is getting slower to some extent. Like I tax the CPU, I really do. Like during normal usage right now, look at that, 68%. So with all of the algorithms that I'm running, it seems that I tax the CPU.
Winston's mom says, would a respectable German female say potty, or would SHE say Achtung? Report to the head. Mandatory attendance optional.
Optional. The German accent is pretty clear to understand most of the time, but every once in a while it'll pronounce a word really strangely. Okay, well, we did come back to 3,800, so I'm kind of sitting here thinking, like, I wouldn't mind being long. Fine. Okay. Oh, Bitcoin's moving back up today. That's funny. Less concerns about inflation, Bitcoin up, what? Okay, well, they're building a huge base here. No, looks bearish. Treasury's sitting there at 132. Yeah, they're kind of slipping, but there is pushback. It's just that the sellers are winning out still. So, I'll just put another one in there if they are able to recover. And is it going to take another step lower? Yeah. Well, both sides seem to like it here. Okay. Oh man, are you kidding me? Didn't get filled on the one side and then it comes all the way down, huh? Well, that's okay. I'm actually haven't moved over to my regular account yet, have I? No, I have not. What do you think about an MSI Stealth GS66 gaming laptop? I think that you're going to spend a lot of money and not get as good of a computer as if you got a desktop. This is, what I don't understand. Why is so many people looking to buy laptops in a pandemic? Where are you guys all going with your... If I wanted to hire an engineer to make me a good algo, how much can that cost me? Well, I wouldn't recommend paying an engineer to make an algo for you, because the process of making an algorithm is hold on, is it's a process. It's not something that you do once. They write this thing one time and then you just run it. It doesn't work like that. That one's not gonna work either. Jeez. And especially with the way I had to chase that up, that's a little interesting. Are they going to come back to the news price, maybe? I'm moving my laptop from my desk to my bed. Don't judge me. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to try being serious here now. Okay, so let's back out for a second. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, you want to learn how to do it yourself, and you want to do it yourself and continue the process of developing your algorithms and keeping up with the market every day, because you can't just write something and then it works forever, and then it just doesn't work that way. Well, this is frustrating because it is a buy, but they are messing with us, right? Like, look at that. I'm just gonna beat it out here by taking on excessive risk. Let me zoom in here to see what's going on. All right, flat. I want to move back to my serious account, but we got to catch a winner and stuff, and before we do that. The volume that I'm seeing, though, does not suggest to me short at all. In fact, what it looks to me like is it's discounted and they really want it. And there's a lot of trade happening here. It's flopping around pretty furiously there. Oil's still moving up pretty good clip today. Okay, so they can't quite get above 88 yet. Oh, that's curious that J2 is taking a bunch of trades there. Yeah, it was JJAY is the name of the robot. J2 was taking trades there and making money. No, the first J was making money. J2 didn't take trades. Wonder why that's still there. No matter. Perfect. Bitfinex tweeting about MicroStar being down. Now, Gary did what, went off the deep end last week. I think he was upset at me saying that technical analysis doesn't work again. Okay, that was a really good run, and coming back again. Kind of, I reduced my risk a lot there, and I'm kind of happy with it like that, so... Watching others argue is fun. I don't even remember what it was about then, but he was starting to say things that was like, you've got to be trolling me now, because... Yeah. Buzz sees $280 million of inflows despite first day buzz kill. Huh. Good for them, I guess. They're gonna go for that low again. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. He says, no, it isn't. Well, it's been a lot quieter here past few days, that's for sure. But I'm having trouble focusing, so I've been focused on the tape a little bit more than usual, which I guess is a good thing. Okay. Your buyers making their push again. Nope, not that time. And it just shows you how much we're moving around, huh? It's a pretty wild day. Always too fast, but today is considerably more crazy, right? Like here, even in like the quiet action, it's crazy. Okay, so another pretty decent incursion there. 70 or so was kind of the spot at which things picked up and turned around and started moving back up. Overall, a little curious because the treasuries haven't really been moving during this whole thing. I guess they came down a little bit, but they're mostly where they've been. So we're running into some slipperiness here at 3770. Oof. Now that is excessive volume. Look at that. Gap filled. Is that what it was? It was a gap, maybe. They haven't been able to get above that 10 SMA, really, right? That is a significant amount of volume right there, 67. Oh, are we getting this nonsense now? I hate it when that happens. Okay. Okay. Well, now they're really breaking down, huh? Oh, okay. Okay, so there was a pretty crazy overextension there. It looks like the buyers are going to push it their way a little bit now. Unclear to me why the selling that we had. It looks like this is just like pretty big non-farms news and pretty big week, and there's just a lot of people that want to trade. Today is the kind of day where you might want to have an on-balance volume. Well, all I can see is that people did add. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to read, but the market makers did take long inventory there. So okay, so this is IVPMI number. I don't know if that's why they're moving there, but 60 versus the previous reading of 48. No forecast for that number, by the way. Okay, so some real shoving there. Surprised that we haven't gotten any gaps through this. That's the other thing. The market makers aren't pulling here. Oh, Ace took that long. Okay, yeah, that's what should, yeah. Did you take it the first time that it touched it? What was the exact timestamp of your order? You didn't take it the first, you took that one or that one? Probably bought that one, right? The second one. Okay. That one. I think I understand why. Oh, okay. Well, I was right. This environment doesn't really look very safe. Yeah, I really think this is one where it's like we catch a little bit. Let's like let it run. Just completely out, huh? I mean, maybe they'll retrace the whole thing. Who knows? But it seems like that's just a really volatile market, right? Let's see here. Forex Live, there are two different equity sell-offs ongoing. Rising bond yields, tech overvaluation. Sure. Peloton continues to fall. So that kind of makes sense to me that there's a lot of rotation going on here. Sounds like my mom is trying to get the baby to take a nap.
Winston's mom says. Set accent Germany, Kleinvieh macht auch Mist, small amounts add up to something bigger.
Blunt 420 says OBV is used primarily by institutional traders to track and distinguish activity of other large players and is not commonly worked with by day traders, retail traders.
I haven't looked at this one for a while because let's come back and look because I remember it being deceptive about what it claimed to be. Wait, what the hell? Oh, no. Why? Why did you take me out of that? I had a sitting order? Oh, that's okay. That sucks. I don't know why that happened. It's okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, do you want to backtest on balance volume? He brings up a thing, then we have to come in and show why it's maybe doesn't matter. Whoa, okay. I don't want to hold it all of a sudden. That's crazy action. But that's fine. Create another chart here. So I've never tested on balance volume. I just remember, like, when you come in, you look at like how it's calculated it. It's kind of like, I think the theory behind it is a little questionable, and how well it would work on an intraday chart is definitely questionable. And frankly, so if I come over here and I show you, okay, the rules: if today's closing price is higher than yesterday's closing price, then the current on balance volume equals the previous on balance volume plus today's volume. If today's closing price is lower than yesterday's closing price, then current on balance volume equals previous on balance volume minus today's volume. If today's closing price equals the closing price, then the current on balance volume just is equal to the previous on balance volume. Okay. So they're basically adding volume based on whether you moved up or down on that bar. So here's my question. Why would you use that when you can just use cumulative delta? Well, let's test it. Sounds complicated? No, that's very simple. OBV? Is that it? Let's come and look at the script for it, and is OBV on balance volume. This may like skyrocket out here, but it was giving me the thing where I want to get out, so. Cumulative delta plus volume enough to meet, yeah. See, as far as I can tell, on balance volume was, a way to try and, this is, it shows if volume is flowing into or out of a security. This is something that people invented a really, really long time ago because they couldn't calculate cumulative delta. That's my take. Now, the question is, how do we turn it into a strategy? Limitation of OBV is that it is a leading indicator, meaning that it may produce predictions, but there's little it can say about what has actually happened in terms of the signals it produces. I don't know. Hey, look at that. It turned around. I did the right thing. Good grief. Well, I think I will continue to take some trades, but I'm going to switch it back to just taking 16s. So I'm going to leave that up there. If you have an idea about how we should build the strategy around on-balance volume, you let me know, because I'm not quite sure what I would use as the test to say, you can take something there or not. Beyond just your common cumulative delta kind of indicators. Okay. So there was some significant volume at 75 there, by the way. Oh my gosh, are they coming all the way back down here? They taking out the volatility stop at 37.68. Yeah. Some buyers right there. I don't think OBV is. Yeah, but what would the test be? That it's rising? The problem is it doesn't really tell you anything that the price isn't telling you. Because if price moved up, then it's going to move up. And if price moved down, it's going to move down. And all it's doing is it's just weighting the price movements by how much volume was in there. So a small movement down with a lot of volume could be weighted as much as a really big move on very little volume. And that's where I'm kind of saying, like, it's bullshit, right? Because we know that that's wrong, especially on short time frames. So maybe not a lot of retail traders look at it because it was not effective. Good deal. That one made me a little bit nervous, but probably should have let that one go back, because like the chances of getting back up there to 75 maybe. Your comment was deleted. I don't see it. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to what he was saying. Let me just say, if you're new in this channel, I would not recommend coming in and saying stupid stuff. Because we're pretty serious here. And yeah, I mean, we're not serious, but we're doing this for serious reasons. And so is it our old friend? I mean, you might be right. I wasn't looking at back. I only saw one comment from him, so I didn't know if that was enough for me to decide. Oh, okay. It is him. Yeah. Actually, could maybe not. I'll try and average it. Okay. That was easy. It was kind of funny how when on the downside, it was like, I couldn't win no matter what. And now all of a sudden it's like immediately going my way and stuff, you know? Perhaps my issue is that my edge isn't as useful when we're moving into new price discovery, right? I don't know. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, Ace? There's like definitely not something not all there. And there's a certain degree of psychopathy in there, you know? Yeah, that looks like they'll try and push back through to 85. Yeah, it's weird. Nothing trading just cries for attention reminds me of those kids who, for them, even bad attention was better than none at all. Yeah. Yeah, there was a long right right here. I'll take it. Oh, come on. Come back. Come back. Okay, there it is. Give it to me. God damn it. Ah, I missed it. I guess I could take those prices, but it's not as optimal for sure. It's also not exactly a complete valid signal. I don't know. It worked. Look at that. We've now had 1, 2. Oh, I had a loser there. What was that? Oh, that was shouldn't have happened. But 1, 2, 3 in a row. You took 78? No. Okay, that one didn't work. Wow, that come back hard. Look at that. Well, it's been a long time since that failed on us that hard, huh? I think this spot in here somewhere is probably okay, like 67 maybe. See, they're not going to give it to me. Or if they do, I'm going to get toxic fill here. This area right here is particularly good for this because look, you see it in the profile, that double hump. So if you're able to get absorption down in here, you can take it, and you know that it's just going to slip through because for whatever reason they don't like 37.69. The people that already wanted to trade 37.69 already did it. Hold on a second. Sass, why am I even trading? I should be done because it's fun. No, I get you. You made your target for today, right? More than your target for today. You're probably right. It probably is better. At least don't trade on it live. 38.58. Oh, really? That's that one that never hits. So even if you go into orders and if you go to orders and you push the cancel button next to it, it doesn't do anything. Yep, I emailed NT amazing customer service. Yeah, that's... I mean, I guess one thing that you could do... Ugh, you don't want to look at those. Some of the robots are doing really bad today, just to warn you, okay? You come in here, you could disconnect the connection and just remove the account and then add another one first and then remove the account. That would probably get rid of it. So which ones are making money and which ones are losing? J2 is positive because he took a few trades before all of this. And it looks like that J1 caught one right there. But I can see Gabby tried taking another gap somewhere and lost money. Or is that still the same? Yeah, okay, that's still the same thing. We haven't had another gap for her. Okay. This is pretty unreal volume. This area. I have 1 million sim accounts from the old trade room days. Oh, really? Are you still, so you're not involved in that at all anymore? You know, one thing that you might want to do before you delete the account, you come over here, you go new, trade performance, and then it will show you the performance of that. Like some of these robots have done really terrible this week. Really terrible this week. They're actually a pretty good win rate, but that's not really fair to... So it's taking on excessive risk. So this is really interesting, but this kind is a really good example of this phenomenon that I've been pointing out to you that has some empirical evidence to back it up, where you'll get a group of guys, they want to sell it, and way down there's a group of guys that want to buy it. Yeah, but it's, you know, sometimes I bet you that if we were able to get the right buy and everything, and you could really let it run. But in this action, I think that we either have to take a larger stop, so we could increase it to 32, or we just you get your one and then you get out. Like thinking back on all of this, because I will keep trading it regardless that you just move to an account. If I was doing all of this live, I would have caught that original one on the 10-year and probably stopped right there. You know? So okay, so here the sellers are might try and make the break here, right? Because it's done this. So one thing is I was seeing this spot and catching it between them, but it's been here so many times. I don't want to risk it because the sellers may try and go for the low of the day, and I am seeing the deltas are looking pretty aggressive. Well, it's not too bad actually, but. First 10,000 of unemployment benefits are non-taxable. Oh, yeah. Well, the treasuries are backing off still. I guess the dollar has kind of wavered around a little bit, but it hasn't made a decisive move. See, look, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Do it. It'll be fun. Come on. There's all this volume built up here and everything. Like, here, I'll put this one right here just in case. Not enough. Okay. Do it. Do it. Yes. Yes. Ooh, some pushback though. Damn. Okay. Well, I was able to get out of it. Only lost $8 on it. That's fine. I could have lost the whole roll. So did you see what happened there? No, you probably weren't watching. But I was looking for a break of new low of the day, and it broke pretty decisively, and people were immediately absorbing against it, so I got out. I tried to get out at a small profit, but they didn't let me. Oops. Well, now it goes. That one could go lower. Okay. So you get a little sliver here in an area. Maybe we go to 2% next week. That would be insane, dude. I don't think so. Kind of wondering now. So they're almost 2. So 37.55 and 3/4 would be the low of the post news move. So it seems to be holding that. Even though it's really aggressive, they seem to be holding it really well. So yeah, I'm really unsure about it. Look at that. Yeah, I am seeing stuff coming over the line about unemployment benefits being extended through to September, per 300 per week, changed from the House through August 400 per week. So the gist of it is that the unemployment benefits aren't quite as good as the House ones were going to be. I don't know if that's what's affecting them or not. It certainly would be reasonable for them to react to it, though. Man, Jay taking a lot of trades today. It hasn't really helped them out, though. I still want to do stuff with the level 2 on him and everything, but I'm kind of starting to feel like that Jade is just like a failed idea. So right there is okay. Maybe if it was a shorter target. Shoosh. Okay, so an uptrend is starting here. There's our signal right there. I was already in, so I'll just take the target that I had. Whew. This is rough, but I'm still doing well. I should probably keep trading it. Yeah? I could even start sizing up, maybe. Okay. Oh, you know what? This setup is these targets are bad. Okay. I'm gonna switch that. Oof. Oof. Sellers. Sellers, stop. Stop. Why you sell? You don't like it? What happened now? Oh, you hit the reset account button and everything is frozen? Oh yeah. So now you end task to it and restart it up and see if it's still there. This will be interesting. That's weird. Look at this chart right here. That whole thing? Really? Come on. That pumping number or something? I don't know. I have never seen a battle quite like this. I'll tell you that much. No. Okay. Jeez. This right here. Well, they stopped me out there, didn't they? Yeah. GME is out 148 right now. What? These kids just don't give up on that thing, do they? It's just going to be a cult 5 years from now. People will still be like, don't worry, guys, keep holding. The squeeze is coming. Come on. Give us a new low. Just do it. Just get it over with. Come on. They just hate me. That's the problem. Look at that. One tick short. Come stop me out. Yeah. Yeah. Are you interested in building a bot off of market buy order data? Well, yeah, but I would need to study what we can actually derive off of market buy order data first, because I don't necessarily know what the robot would be. Nope. Well, I'm giving a lot back here, man. This is like crazy difficult to sort out. It seems like no matter what direction I take it, it's fighting me. You know what I mean? I think somewhere the town's electricity went off. What? Oh, come on. Stop. No, I'm going to add risk. Stop. We're all in. All in. No more of this. Get rid of those. No risk management anymore. Yes, buy that. Yes, okay. Oh, that one would probably leave. Okay. Lose it all. Nope. So why couldn't you have done that the first time? It doesn't look like the selling is over, but it does look like they're kind of running into the impact of their order, you know, like the limits of their impact. Of course, there might be this extreme where it just kind of will fall apart, so... Crazy wild tape, guys. Well, there's some buying. There's another buy right there. Good. You have to be fast, man. I'm too slow. I mean, I wasn't going to click there, but there's no way that I would have caught that, right? That's interesting, Octavius. Yeah, I mean, I really want to look at the MBO data, but first we would need to do like an empirical study on it to see what kind of aberrations in the market we may be able to find with market by order data. Some of that stuff, like being able to see 1,000 lot stack on there. I mean, I probably caught that one with my market depth tape anyways, so I don't know. Buyers trying to pull it out here, just right on the edge. Well, in the meantime, let's check on stocks because apparently some individual issues are doing some crazy things today. Yeah, buy that. Okay. Oh, it didn't fill. That's unfortunate. I don't know if the meta order is done yet, to be honest with you. Like, this is still crazy volume coming in, right? Okay, good deal. Oh my, Tesla's getting slaughtered, man, alive 6% and ARK down 6% with it. Buzz down today, silver down 2%. VIX coming off though. MSTR down a whole 10%. So what we're seeing now is even though maybe the rates increase is chilling out a little bit, that overall they are seeing some of these truly overvalued names coming back significantly. Oh, you went short there. That's interesting. But I see why. Ah, finally a gap. That is a buy. You buy that one. That is I'm just gonna let this run. I think it's a buy. I'm just doing a gut, you know. Guys, you have to listening to me because it's now at his end. Well, listen, that right there was it exceeded the volume. Yeah. You can see it on the cumulative delta, in fact, on the E-mini chart down there at the bottom, right? So the market maker pulled. So that means that he's going to try rebalancing. Put the target at 37.90. I dare you? Hell no. Why wouldn't we go for 3,800? Why 37.90? Squeeze time? I think it could be. Well, there's still this little lip here at 37.68. Come on. A little bit more. Just a little bit more right there. You got this. You got this. The little E-mini that could. I think I can. I know I can. So I'm going to let it run, yeah. They might take me out before you're 37.90, 3,800. Because if I get the market maker freaking out again, I'll probably get out. The seller's going to come in really aggressively here again. Could retract. It could. I don't know though. So the issue is that we're getting a bifurcated market, right? Overall, it looks like the situation is good, but all of these names that are in growth, even without the treasuries going down, are just getting slaughtered. So almost 50 trades today, and he's only made $20. That's freaking hilarious. Jay, you're gonna have to be better than that. You're gonna have to be better than that. That really looks strongly to me like large sell meta order off. The pressure is off. I'm not seeing a meta order the other way yet, but it could happen. And if it does, then we will go higher. Yes, we will get above 3,800. But if it doesn't, it may just retrace. Like it could do the 2/5 thing. Does look though like that space that the orders pulled at, they were kind of stuck around it. So yeah, I'll go over where you been. It would have been okay. I don't know. My trading has still kind of been a little. I mean, I'm doing okay, but it's been a little questionable, I'd say. So here comes another crazy sell. Well, I would say that my call off of the slip there was wrong. What? What? That's crazy. Another new low for the day, maybe? It's coming awfully close. There's another one. I don't think I've ever seen a day like this in the E-mini. I mean, I've seen days where it gets really wild, but those are like really strong down days. And so far, like, I don't even think we've gotten to the overnight low. It was a hard flush there, though, yeah. Like, that sell order came in and just destroyed the longs, man. Okay. Still a lot of volume there. Look at that. So somebody comes and slams it down, but the buyers held. The buyers held there really well, in fact. Those are like plunge protection team amounts of volume. Like, there we go. Thank you. I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I'm staying in the trade. Like, it's all fine and everything. But this is, oh, it's doing it again here, huh? The market maker's really scared of that ledge there, huh? But this is getting tiring, isn't it? This is just a taxing day. Okay. There was some positive volume there. Oof. It's scary, a little scary. Ouch. But look, absorption on it. Extension. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make that back, so. It's interesting because they're just kind of riding the stops on the short side. It's not turning outright short. Where would we need to go to be outright short? Oh, okay, so we've already broken one. The second one is at 37.44. One must wonder if they're going to go for yesterday's lows. Oh, but look, there's the buyers again. Okay. Yep. Almost. Come on. Too much profit taking there. Man, when it flips directions, it really flips, wouldn't you say? Always a telemarketer, man. These days, it's getting really excessive. There again, they flip it so fucking hard. They're just squeezing everybody both ways for all they're worth, aren't they? Fifth time I buy at the lows and get stopped out, break even. If those get right, it's getting pretty crazy. What? You guys definitely saw that one on the tape, right? That was some insane volume there at 37.46. 47.46 and a half. 3/4. It's cray for me. Yeah, it's getting... Oh, there's another low. The issue is if you're on the short side, it's a bit hard to make money too, right? It's not. Okay, so there's another explosion of buying activity. That one not worth as much as the previous ones, though. Tesla's down 10%, really? Like, what I'm seeing is like they're doing the normal thing and it doesn't matter. It goes down anyways, you know? Because any other day it would have recovered by now, for sure, off of the type of buying that we've seen. Kathy Wood stock zero. I think that might be a big portion of what's going on here for sure. GameStop is up 10%, by the way. Yeah, Tesla's down 10%. ARK is down 8%. That's pretty ugly. Well, let's puke out of this. Even after all that, I still have a profit for today, but it's kind of just shows you how in this kind of action, even with the market making, you just kind of break even. What'd you miss? Oh, well, they're still pushing down, dude. It's the volume has just been crazy the whole way. Bitcoin doesn't seem to be reacting. Yeah, because the Bitcoin holders are just they think they can just hold it forever. Bitcoin has to have somebody come in and push it, right? Somebody comes in and pushes it below 4,500, and then margin calls will start coming in, and that thing will deflate so quickly. How crazy is crazy? Well, today is pretty crazy, dude. Look at that. Thousands, and they're still just pushing. I wonder how much of this move is just Tesla. Because if they're down 10%, that's got to mean that the forced selling by ARK might maybe happening here. You know? Zero hedge breaking, an uptick in the QQQs. Nope, false alarm. Oh, and they're down 2%. Okay. Well, now we got to start looking yesterday's low. Is that it? No, nope, it's not quite. Yesterday's low was 30s, 31. ARK, please use the discount window where something says zero hedge. Oh man. Yeah, I mean he zero hedge thinks that's what it is. So maybe we should keep this up, huh? I have to admit, guys, I'm a little happy to see ARK and Tesla down today. I'm a little happy about it. Yeah. Those ARK ETF returns were looking so good before this. This is the thing that just blows my mind about ARK. I can't think of a single reputable person that wasn't saying, "Get out." Like this is gonna come back. She is crazy, and they are not managing this well, and they have a ton of risk on. Short right here, I guess. Like, look at this. The Tesla is down 50%, is down 10%. It's like not slowing down at all. Trout everywhere but acting like sharks. Is that what it is? I really liked that analogy, RJ. Oh man. It keeps coming back. I know, right? Well, they're stuck in a hole. What the Okay, I'm gonna take that. How are my high frequency trading robots doing? Not so good. All of them are down. I can scalp a couple of points, but man, I know. Let's not speak of PLTR. What are they doing today? Oh, they're down. Holy shnikes, they're down 13%. Should we put PLTR in there too? Let's put PLTR in there. Tesla, PLTR, and ARK decimated. I'm happy about it. I'm honestly happy about it. Tiger isn't the only one's the. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna retweet that one. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Hashtag ARKK. I put your name on it. You get credit. Well, that's fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my gosh. It doesn't look like they're done, but the thing is that if this is really like an ARK blowout, if that's why the market's moving the way that it is, like, I don't know what can stop it. Good thought. Nothing will. I really don't. I mean, somebody would have to step in for sure. So Zero Hedge was like, use the discount window. Okay, yeah, that's great. And then it keeps going down, and then what do you do? They have to find a reason, yeah. I mean, one reason could be that the stocks come back to a reasonable valuation. But where do you think that is? You know? The Federal Reserve says, learn how to protect yourself from scams. It's pretty crazy. There you go, the new low. That one was a real cascade of volume, dude. And Tesla, they're breaking new lows as it happens. Tesla now 11% down. I'm just thinking through, 'cause, like, I wanted to make a TikTok yesterday, but by the time I thought of it, it was too late. But you know, you go on TikTok, everywhere else, it's just buy the dip, everybody, this is great, buy the dip. And it's like, well, okay, guys, like, if you are contributing to your 401k or your IRA, then yeah, sure, you eventually you'd be fine, and you don't want to like sell or anything, but like, there's nothing you can do about it in those accounts anyways, right? You know, you don't buy the dip in your 401k. You can't time something like that, because it takes, like, they don't put the distributions in until like the end of the month. Okay. So really, if we're talking about buying the dip, we're talking about individual issues. And here's the thing that all those analysts, especially the guys on TikTok that have only been trading for a year, here's the thing that they're not telling you. And they're not telling you because they've never experienced it before. Frankly, I've never experienced it before. I mean, I saw a little bit of it in 2008, but we've been in this, you know, easy money environment for my entire trading career. There aren't many money managers out there left that understand these things, like that saw things like in the 60s, 70s, or like the crashes in the 80s. Okay. So here's the thing that they're not telling you. Some of these stocks will never recover. And it's usually the ones that were the darlings of the bubble, right? The best darlings of the bubble, they never come back. Some of them go out of business, and some of them are just, you know, on an inflation adjusted basis, never reach a new high. All this shit is because of Powell and his speech yesterday about Treasury. I think this is more than that now, though. I mean, you've got a good point, Masiak, but the Treasury yields aren't pushing down right now. This is going without the Treasury. What this looks to me like a bubble pop. Next stimulus should hand out $2,000 worth of ARK puts. Jeez. Oh, zero hedge. Okay, so that is the low. That is the previous day's low now. No. 19. That's the overnight low. Previous day's low is 19. We are below the VIX target though. And so weekly options expirations are just going to be getting decimated here. So that's another part coming in. Flash crash coming. I think it could happen, yeah. If we, well, look, the liquidity is already getting light. If we really see a liquidity pull out and it just like drops, that's probably when I want to get out. Jeez. They're being a little tepid there, but they might go for it again. Tesla's well off of its low for the moment though. Look at, and I don't want to look at that. It's actually crazy. Here we go. I'm gonna open it up. Oh jeez. It's so bad. You know what though? I'm gonna close that chart because I need the processing power right now. Close tab. Okay. Okay, it's a good buy. It's a good buy. Tesla's still down 11%. MSTR 15% now. I'm a little pissed because, I mean, I had the trade in MSTR. I just couldn't afford to take them at the money. If I could have taken the contracts that I wanted, I would be rolling in it right now, huh? My son is really talking to my mom out there. Well, it's a crazy down move. Good luck, some absorption in the 44 area. The other problem is they could like finish their selling for today, but then have to still sell tomorrow, you know, Monday. Like it could go on for a while. I don't think that shit will come in. I don't smell, but I'm definitely sweating it out today. Like, oh, you know what that was right there, 9:30. That was the London close. Oh, okay. Are you trading ZN? Well, so I took a trade in ZN. I have been. Not very serious trades and certainly not live trades, but like I took one after that news and made like, well, I should have made 16 ticks, but I made 8. So I'm actually doing really well on the ZN. On this down move, it's just one of those things where like I know exactly what's going on and exactly what to look for, and everything just looks great, and I just kill it when it's happening. But you think that the panic is overdone? Yeah, well, I'm kind of sitting here looking at it like, well, should I, should be taking some off, right? But then look at it. Sometimes. Well, I think that last little bit of buying was the London close, right? So you can definitely see that the pace has declined a little bit. Kind of depends, though, you know. We're kind of starting to get into some areas in theory that we just aren't going to have enough information to know. Is the downturn happening because of ARK liquidations? Could be. If it is because of ARK liquidations, the London close isn't necessarily a good thing for them if they still have more to sell. It's all an arcade game for algos. Well, remember that when you get volatility like that a lot of algos do poorly. Yeah, because Reddit's down, maybe. Man, I had a good winner, you know. Well, I've had a good spot at least. But yeah, you can just look at my algos; they're doing terrible today. Like the overall, some of them made money, but overall, it's pretty awful performance for the algos today. They were all trained on a positive market. I don't know if people are, like, here's the thing is that there was insane absorption at almost every step of this move, right? People were buying the dip and it didn't matter. So that was a pretty, okay, which side? Sell side. Oh yeah. Down. That means that it was the offers that pulled. Or I mean, that means that was bids that pulled. It tends to be bearish. Oh, you know what? I have to quit, huh? Jeez. Okay, well, I'm just gonna flat right there. I still made money. Even after all that, I still made $30. That's funny. Obviously, mistakes were made, but I was just messing around, right? You wanted to see my mom? No, I have to go. And I don't think that she wants to be on the internet, to be fair with you. So, no, we're just going to go. We're going to change today's, oh yeah, no, I think we're good on the title. Can we buy now? Well, I mean, I'm gone, so maybe that means that you can. Please. No, sorry, I gotta go. Later. Stay profitable, friends.